This is my journey to get better at golf. I have a pretty sweet life. I chase around a little white golf ball almost every day with my friends and my dad, having fun and trying to improve.
This journey, well, starts with TR, a junior golfer. Well, he's my son, and who said golf can't be fun? As for me, I'm his coach and a local golf pro. Together, we're joining forces and showing our journey to improving at golf. Improving won't be easy, as many of you already know. But together, we want you to learn and grow with us.
Next hole.
This is going to be the hardest thing that I have ever done. Follow along on my journey to get better and beat 36.
If you're a golfer, a junior golfer, maybe you're a parent or a coach, if we go over anything in these sessions that is helpful for you, you learn something, it's motivating, it's encouraging, we would greatly appreciate you leaving a comment below. TR reads them, I read them, and they're very motivating for us as we start out with the channel and figure out what content to make that's helpful for folks that are currently in Operation 36 or just golfers that are trying to improve. If you do get a chance, please subscribe to the channel, like the video to help us show up in searches so more folks can see these. In this session, we're going to go on the golf course with TR and play all 9 holes. On the front end of each hole, we're going to pan back to when we were inside the garage, looking at the hole on Google Earth to figure out what club to hit and then what to aim at for his center of his shot pattern. The most important thing about this episode to learn is that he goes through the process of figuring out unworkable outcomes. And most of us would refer to those as failures, where maybe you don't reach your expectations, and he gets pretty fired up in this episode about some holes that he had some challenges on. But I'm gonna try the best I can as his guide, as his coach, to really get his mindset wrapped around. It's just an unworkable outcome. The great thing about him is he's got this mindset when he rides his scooter and he tries to do scooter tricks. He'll fall flat on his face, he'll laugh about it, jump up and try it 50 more times until he gets the trick. Now the challenge is, how do you take that wonderful mindset that he has when he's doing his tricks on his scooter and get that to when he's playing the game of golf? Moving forward, let's refer to it as an unworkable outcome versus a failure. And if you can use that verbiage, I think it'll help you and your players. Maybe if you have a junior golfer or you're a coach and you have junior golfers or players that you're coaching, a much better verbiage to use to help their mindset about how to solve a problem.
We're going to start with hole number 1, and we played that last time, but just as a review, from 200 yards, if you hit your 163 wood, where does that end up?
In the drink.
And driver carries about 180.
A little bit too risky.
Yep. So last time you hit your 6-iron down to right about here, which is pretty close to the hazard. Do you want to do that again, or do you want to lay back a little bit further? Because that was pretty close to going to the hazard.
I think I want to do that again.
You can hit 6-iron again?
Yeah.
Okay. So then let's look at where 6-iron would have been. We go from here over 65 yards, and you're going to center it the same spot, halfway between the green and the green and the bridge, right?
Yep.
All right, here we are on number 1. You played this a few times in our series. You're hitting 6-iron again, right?
Yes.
And you're going for that white flag.
Yes.
Trying to center your pattern there. It could end up anywhere to the left or right of that. And how did this one go?
It went good. Like, it went really good.
Good contact.
Nice draw.
Yeah. Had 80 yards left here, 70, 80 yards. Hit your pitching wedge right on line, right?
Yes.
It just went a little bit
Too far.
which left you with a downhill pitch, which is pretty tough. Did a good job of getting it on the green and ended up just rolling a little bit long, right?
Yes.
All right, I'll talk you through these putts. This wasn't an easy putt.
Well, most of the time with long putts, I just try to figure out what the break is and then just putt it, I just try to putt it what in my mind seems how hard I need to hit it. So I'll just try to get good speed so I'll have a good second putt if I don't make the first one. That's what I do with all long shots. And then this one I just left short.
We haven't had a chance yet to work on approach shots or putting yet, but did a good job on your tee shots, which this is about. Okay, here we are at number 2. At 200 yards, if you hit your 3-wood, you're in the hazard, right?
Yeah.
So we decided the driver is the play.
Yep.
So then we need to figure out, right here would still be okay, right?
Yep.
Just next to the
Cart path.
We'll go 65 over. So where do you want to center your pattern on this one?
Between the bunker and the left edge of the green.
That'd be fine.
That's basically like mine, except flip-flopped.
Yes, it is. Yep. Now I move on to number 2, which according to your notes, you're going to hit driver, right?
Yes.
And we've yet to carry this hazard ever, right?
Yes.
You will do it. You will do it one of these times.
And I don't normally hit driver.
That's right. You don't. And we haven't practiced that either, so that's a really good point. This one went off a little bit to the right, didn't quite carry. So we had to walk up drop zone, 50-something yards left, hit it pretty good, just a little bit too hard for that pin position, and it went just a little bit long, but not too bad. And then this was by far and away one of your best lag putts. This was awesome. You were probably 50 feet away, you played the break perfectly. I mean, that was awesome.
Great putt.
Did you like that one?
That was
Yes.
fantastic.
And on a scale of
putt.
1 to 10, that was 10 or 11. That was a really good lag putt. Then you had a 2-footer for your bogey. All right, on number 3.
Did they use drones to take a picture of all this?
No, this is Google Earth. Satellites, I think. Satellite images.
So that means that they took it with people on there. So that means the people on there are famous.
All right, here we are at number 3. From 200 yards, your 3-wood would get you up into here. Driver would be kind of risky.
I think I'll go with 3-wood.
Okay. So then tell me where the furthest right point you could hit your driver and be, or 3-wood and be okay.
A little bit more right. Right there.
Okay. Go over 60. So we'll go a little bit tighter.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got to make sure that you try to center this on that orange and black stick on the left.
Yep.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Last time you hit it right on the edge of your pattern right there, but you have a tough lie, right?
Yeah.
It's a really tough lie, so just make sure that you're trying to center it there. You can hit it anywhere within here, and you'll be fine.
Okay.
Okay. Here we are on number 3, one of your favorite holes, hitting 3-wood, right?
Yep.
Hit it really good, one of your best 3-woods I've ever seen you hit. Going for that white flag, nice little draw, left you with about 40 yards left. Hit that pretty good, just a little bit long, right?
Yes.
And then once again, another lag putt. You did really good on your lag putts today. I'm not sure what you were focusing on, but you did a really good job on these. Left yourself 2-3 feet for your par, and take us through this one.
I was just trying to get my pre-shot. I was just trying to get my routine right. I was trying to. I mean, usually those putts are pretty straightforward.
All right, here we are on number 4, and the par 3s. Since you're at 200 yards, you play from the back of the tee box, and this one is 195 to the center. So you'll play from the back of this tee box. Your 3-wood, how far does your 3-wood go?
160.
So your 3-wood would put you right here. Your driver would put you right here. Which one do you want to go with?
I think I'll go with 3-wood. Because driver, if it hits the green, it'll just roll over off the back.
Okay. So then where's the furthest left point that you're going to be okay on this hole?
Right there.
You don't want that pass, not good, right?
Yeah.
Because that'll go where?
It'll just bounce off into the trees.
Okay. So you got plenty of room here. 65 puts you right there.
I just gotta carry the water.
That's right. So the center, you want to center this pattern where?
Kind of to the left edge of the bunker.
Left edge of the bunker. We might want to write this down. Put number 4, just so we remember this when we get out there.
What club are you hitting off the tee?
3-wood.
Yep. And then where are you trying to center it? Good. Left edge of the bunker. Good. And here we are, number 4. This is a par 3. So on par 3s, if you're playing 200 yards like you're playing, you play from as far back as you can on the tee box. So this is about 190, I believe. It might be close to 200. This one you didn't think you hit it too well, right?
Yeah, it looked like it was going in the woods.
But you ended up in a great spot here. You hit a great little chip up there to the center of the green. And then take us through this putting sequence.
This one is one of the harder ones. Like, I was just trying, on those putts I just try to get the speed right, because it's not like a guarantee that you're going to make it. So I just try to get the speed right and get the break right.
And that's such a good point there for those at home. Okay, here we are at number 5. So from 200 yards, why don't I let you talk through this one on the different club to hit. This will be good because we've done a few together. So if we pull this out, how far does 3-wood go?
160.
Okay, so that puts you right there. And if you hit driver, puts you right there. Challenge with this hole is where you're teeing off from at 200, they're right on the tree line, right?
Yes.
So it's not like you can take a direct line at this green. So you got 2 choices here, in my view. You got driver up to here. So you could hit it over here in the bunker in this way, or you can hit 3-wood up in here.
I say 3-wood.
Okay, so let's do that again. So 160 would put you right there. And then I would say, or like the furthest right you're going to hit it with that tree line is probably right where, like right here?
Yeah.
So then here, 65. Okay. So you need to center your pattern. I know the last time we played, you actually aimed at that bunker, right? You hit a pretty good one, but you ended up kind of there. The calculation with Google Earth is telling us that you need to center your pattern at the left edge of the fairway down there. Okay, so your ball could end up anywhere in here, and that's going to leave you with a 60-yard shot to the green. Okay, so once you write down number 5, what club you're hitting, and then you're trying to center it on the left edge of the fairway. All right, here we are, number 5, 3-wood. Hit this a little bit behind it, right? A
Yes.
little chunky, but it still went towards your target. You had a wedge left. And when we start working on approach shots, which we will here shortly, I know you weren't too happy with that one, it's going to help you with these approach shots, because 50, 60, 70 yards, it takes a little bit of practice to get the feel for that. That was a pretty good pitch up onto the green. This is one of the harder greens. This has a lot of break, doesn't it?
Yes.
Hit a pretty good putt, just broke a ton. And it's not stopping. It's continuing to roll, right? And then you got up for your bogey putt, and you knocked that in. That was good. All right, now we're on number 6. This gets a little tight up here. Where's the furthest left point you could go on this hole and still be okay?
Right there.
Right here?
I mean, I can go in the bunker, but I mean, I would try to avoid that.
But like, it's always between the hazards. So where's the hazard on this hole?
You talking about the trees? It's to the left.
So here, 65 would be there, but let's see what club to hit. So if we go back to 200, 160 is going to leave you just short of the trap. It'll roll up to probably 170, and then driver will put you up into here. Which one do you want to do it with?
Driver.
The driver?
Yeah.
Alright, so driver's up here, and then 65 would be there. All right, so you're gonna put down number 6, driver.
Right edge of the fairway?
Yeah, or right edge of the green. Either one. Right edge of the fairway, right edge of the green. Here we are at number 6. This one actually going with driver, right?
Yes.
I think we need to go 3-wood next time. I think we learned that lesson, right?
Yeah.
Because you got in the bunker. This is a really hard shot, like a 60-yard bunker shot. Did good to get it out. Weren't too excited about that, were you?
No.
Then you had your pitch shot here, which was out of the rough, which was a difficult shot. You hit it pretty good. It just ended up going a little bit long. But I think the thing to recognize here for those watching this is that our focus right now is on tee shots, right?
Yes.
And you're doing a really good job with your tee shots on mapping out what you're doing and what you're trying to do. This was a really good pitch shot you hit too. But we can't get too down in terms of our approach shots or our chip shots or our putts because we haven't really focused on those yet. We've only focused on our tee shots, which you've done a really good job of. So this was a tough hole. We all have them. All right, now we're number 7. This is a par 3, so you go from the back of the tee box. This is going to be about 185 for you. So if you go 160, we'll put you there. Rolls out, it'll probably put you up into here.
Okay.
Driver, you're going to be up into here. Which one you want to hit?
3-wood.
3-wood, so you're about right there. And then where's the furthest right that you can go and not be in the hazard?
Right where it like curves right there.
Right here?
Yeah.
So we go 65 over.
There is enough, but like that rough is like extremely like high.
It's a tough hole. Like if you hit an iron, you'd be in the rough there, which wouldn't be any good, right?
Yeah.
If you hit a driver, you're going to be back in here, which is a really tough pitch down to the green with the water there. I think 3-wood's your best play, and you center it on the... where?
Left edge of the bunker?
Yeah, so right that, number 7. And you've played that hole pretty good the last few times we played, haven't you?
Yeah.
All right, here we are on 7. You always seem to hit this tee shot really good. I always love where you aim. You always aim at where?
The left edge of the bunker.
Man, you play that so well with the water there. And then chip shot here was pretty good. Got to the top of the hill and it almost trundled down, right?
Yes.
And then this is a really cool sequence. Take us through this putt, which is not an easy putt, and your next one.
So I just tried to play it where the kick of the fringe would take me, and where the break would end up going. It was kind of like a both-way scenario.
Yeah.
So like, I tried not to hit it too hard, so it can like break back.
That was great. Great 2-putt, great par again, right?
Yeah.
Here we are at number 8, and we got some silos over here. You've been over there before, right?
Yeah.
There isn't many hazards though. There's a hazard over here. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody back in these trees, but I believe there's a hazard back there. Hazard over here is way over here, but we got some trees to deal with here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So from 200 yards away, if you hit your 3-wood, that puts you there.
And that's usually where it goes, because I usually hit 3-wood.
And if you hit driver would be landing about there. On a dry day, it would bounce and roll over. On a wet day, it might be...
I think 3-wood.
Okay, so we'll go 3-wood there. We'll go from that rough line. So that has you aiming, or centering right on the left edge of the trees. It's tough because if we shift this over at all, then that brings behind the silos into play. And that rough there where you're guaranteed to almost lose your golf ball. It's a tough one. I think you got to risk it. I think the play, because laying up isn't going to do you any good.
because that leaves you further back, and then it brings a rough into play over here, and you could still lose your golf ball. I think it's a tough hole. So if you go 3 wood centered at the left edge of these trees, and if you hit it anywhere on the left side of your pattern, you're okay.
Okay.
If you push it a little bit to the right, you just got to accept the fact that you might be somewhere over here, and you still have a shot into the green.
Okay.
You may hit these trees, that's okay. You just got to accept that's part of your pattern. It's a tough hole. Now, the interesting thing is you get stronger, you get a little bit older, and you can hit clubs higher and further. This hole is going to be a little bit easier for you. But right now, this is one of the tougher holes for you to play.
Okay.
So write down number 8. What club you're going to hit. Now we're on to number 8. Hitting 3 wood and then went out to the right, which is okay. That's within your shot pattern, and left you with this shot next to the tree. Take us through this.
I was honestly just trying not to hit the tree to the left.
Is that right? And you hit it pretty good. You see the circle come up there. Got it off to the side. A pretty tough chip shot here. The tough part is if you hit it even a little bit too hard, it's going to go all the way down the hill, and you hit it just a little bit too hard. But once again, here's a lag putt, which I thought you did an awesome job on, and take us through this one.
I was trying to do what normally all long putts I'm trying to do is like get it close and get the speed right. Like 1 foot behind the hole.
How good is that? That was perfect. And we aren't even working on putting yet, so really good job on your touch. Here we are at your familiar 9th hole, right?
Yeah.
Played this before. Just to reiterate, from 200 yards, if you hit your 160, that puts you down in this area, exactly where you hit it a couple episodes ago, right?
Yep.
If you hit driver, you're going to land here in this area, which on a dry day, you're going to hit there and it's going to roll over the green. So, you want to stick with 3 wood?
Yeah.
Okay. And just to show everybody again, centering the pattern somewhere around there. Actually, we went up here, I think, here. 65.
Yeah, that's exactly where we had it last time.
So you're going to center it between the bunker and the right edge of the green, right?
Yep.
All right, write that down. And finishing up on number 9. Played that a few times. Just went a little bit more left than we wanted to on this one. Ended up trickling into the water. So you had a pitch shot here with a big bird flying in the way, right?
Yes.
And hit this one pretty good. Had about 60 yards left. Hit a really good pitch shot up there. And left you 25, 30 feet just short of the pin. And first putt ran it by just a little bit.
It was so close.
So close. This one you really wanted to make, right? Ended up missing it. And then what happens sometimes is we get, well, you talk me through what happens sometimes when we get frustrated.
I'll drop the putter.
And then it ends up hurting our performance, right?
Yes.
You ended up missing this one. Then you pulled it back because you wanted to restart it. So what we're going to do is we're going to count however many putts it takes you to make this one with the other ones, and you ended up making it, right?
Yes.
So ended up making that on that hole for a 7 on that hole. So here's the scorecard. The thing I want to point out is within normal tee shot pattern, 8 out of your 9 tee shots were within your normal shot pattern, which is really, really good. And the next thing we're going to work on is those greens there. You can see that we hit 2. We got to work on some approach shots to help with that, and then we'll also work on the putting.
Thank you for watching this video. If you'd like to follow along in this series, please click subscribe and hit the bell to get a notification when a new video is released.
If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave it in the comment section below.
And if you'd like to find an academy near you that runs the Operation 36 development program, go to op36.golf to find a program near you.
This is my journey to get better at golf. This is my journey to get better at golf. This is my journey to get better at golf.
Okay, walk.